What should you do in this case scenario? Look, I'm telling you, I've tried it all because I wanted to give you a good tutorial, like a realistic tutorial. And I placed myself into this case scenario here, and I fought and I fought and I've tried to give you the best option. And the best option here is to sit and wait for help. A while back, a couple of subscribers asked me what one can do in case the shock absorber of a Via Ferrata set fully deploys. Well, there are a couple of case scenarios. If you fall on a vertical and the bolt you break has 2 or more bolts below, it means after you break you can use the safety steel cable because it is in line with you. This is one case scenario. You fall on the vertical and now you still have bolts, you have a safety steel cable, you have the rungs, the pegs, and you can grab them and recover. The moment you recovered, then you plug, you clip your resting system, and from there you start analyzing what to do next. If you fall on a horizontal and the shock absorber fully deploys, like on a horizontal, you either have to go way above the safety steel cable to then fall and trigger a full deployment of a shock absorber, or otherwise there is something wrong with your shock absorber. From a meter above the safety steel cable on a horizontal, and the meter, it is a lot. To get a meter above, it means you are doing something very wrong, because the advice here is when you advance on a Via Ferrata, you should have a safety steel cable above your head or somewhere here the most. Like you should not be 1 meter above it. But of course, now what a meter means, because the moment you are with a safety steel cable at this level, you already have the length of a lanyard of a Via Ferrata set, and they are a meter, probably, no, 60 centimeters, something like that. So you already have that slack. So when you fall, you'll fall into this slack. So you'll create some falling energy, but still not enough to fully deploy the shock absorber of your Via Ferrata set. So the probability of a shock absorber to fully deploy on a bridge, for example, by falling from a bridge or on a horizontal, it is quite low. The other case scenario is you'll fall from a vertical, you break, and the way you break is below the last bolt that you have below you. What this means? For example, if you go on a horizontal and then you start going on a vertical and you drop after the first or the second bolt and the shock absorber fully deploys, you might have there up plus minus 2 meters of distance between you and the bolt. If this happens, then you are in my case scenario here. You see, I have that diagonal there, the cable goes on the diagonal, and then it keeps going on the diagonal. And let's suppose I lost control somewhere there, and now the shock absorber deployed. As you can see, I don't have a Via Ferrata set on me because I'm simulating a shock absorber as being fully deployed. And this lanyard, this white lanyard here, is my deployed shock absorber, or my Via Ferrata set with the deployed shock absorber. The red rope is my lifeline. In case something happens to this one, I still need something to catch me. And then this lanyard here simulates a Via Ferrata set with a fully deployed shock absorber. When the shock absorber fully deploys, the length of the Via Ferrata set is 2.2 meters. And it is what I have here. And if you look up, you'll see it is quite a lot below the bolt where I braked. What should you do in this case scenario? Look, I'm telling you, I've tried it all because I wanted to give you a good tutorial, like a realistic tutorial. And I placed myself into this case scenario here, and I fought and I fought, and I've tried to give you the best option. And the best option here is to sit and wait for help.